say good evening. I'm Rosalind Dickerson Cleaver. The old timers will tell you that I do not read slides. I respect you for the adult that you are. What you will see, the one thing that I am excited to brag on us about is we had a goal for 2026, and that was to rename the Good Neighbor Program. Those were per instructions from our senior leadership, and I am happy to announce in our last quarterly meeting, we came up with the name DAL Connect. So, new branding, new information. Let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Trying to get us all started correctly. All right. We will talk about the meeting goals, airline news, environmental, infrastructure and development projects, and then we've got some fun facts in our airport news to share. Like I said, DAL Connect, we started working on our rebrand touch points. You've probably seen already the flyer for tonight had our new information. DAL Connect. No longer Good Neighbor Program. I'm sorry, Deets, it's gone.
Oh well.
But
Adapt
it's
and
time
keep
for
moving.
a new refresh is what my instructions were. But we will continue as normal to talk about building vacancies, airline updates, along with some projects that we've got going on here at the airport, and making sure that we give you the information that Southwest Airlines shares about their fleet. And with that being said, on slide number 6, you will see the Southwest Airlines link that gives you all of the new information regarding their first quarter results. I, for my own personal, printed it out so I know what the information was, but it talks about all of their new initiatives that they've delivered. And it looks to be probably about 17 pages worth of information. So Deets, I know you will decipher it to the detail. And any questions that you have, shoot them to me and I'll make sure we get you some answers. Okay? All right, from an environmental perspective, our team did attend EarthX, the international nonprofit environmental organization, hosted a conference April 20th through 22nd. And lo and behold, Department of Aviation delivered a presentation. We had a booth, and we will continue to engage with that organization because it helps us showcase our sustainability. The next thing I want you to know about is, and this is for our newbies, our old timers already know, submitting a noise complaint. We have some guidelines, but we also have instructions on how you can complete it through our FAA noise portal or through email. And we give you details on what level of complaints we had during the months of January to March. We break them down, whether they are general aviation, helicopter, loud or low, but also how we received the complaint via email, phone call, or through our website. And then, just in case you don't have them already, we always give you our helpful links on how you can contact our environmental team. Now, when we talk about our infrastructure and development, what we're doing is giving you an update on where our projects are. And Deets, you will not see the observation deck in here any longer because, as you know, it opened on April 25th with a ribbon cutting. But I've got some details on that further back in the presentation. Right now, what I want to talk about is the reconstruction of Mockingbird. The portion that we were most included on and excited about was the opening at Cedar Springs. That's been completed. And along the corridor, that also is complete. As of spring 2026. The Aircraft Rescue Firefighting Station 21, 88% complete. I will brag on the team. I don't know if you are receiving our social media updates, but Dallas Love Field, I will say, christened our new electric aircraft rescue firefighter engine last week. Thank you, Arnold. So we have the first one. Is it in the country or in the world?
In the world.
So we're excited about that. Check it out on social media. It's a beautiful apparatus. And as you can tell, the rest of our team in the room is excited about it. Now, on the taxiway A rehab, we're almost done. 99.5% complete. So all of those phases that we've been talking about for a couple of years now, spring 2026, when we have this next meeting, I will be able to say, done, complete, with no hiccups. And yes, I crossed my fingers for those that are listening to us online. Now, airport news. Last meeting, our attendees asked that I not be the one to talk about fees. You wanted our resident expert in the room to answer all of your detailed questions. Well, guess what? I was successful in getting him here. So the next voice you will hear will be Arnold Watkins, who has served as our point of contact on everything FIFA for Dallas Love Field. And there's your cheat sheet just in case you need it, sir.
All right. Good evening. How y'all doing?
Good evening.
Good. All right. So I'm going to cover a couple of points today and kind of make you aware at least what's kind of going on, how it's going to impact your area right, in and around the airport. It's no secret, this is the largest sporting event in the world. I'm going to double down on that and say this is going to be the most complex sporting event ever held, ever. Okay? FIFA World Cup spans 3 countries, and guess who got the most games? We got them right here. 9 matches, right here, Dallas, Texas. You are going to see an increase in visitors to our metropolitan area. 3.8 million visitors expected, up to 100,000 visitors per day. You cannot get 100,000 people to the DFW Metroplex through just one airport. So, they will be coming through here. We expect some traffic increases. We are preparing for the high volume of traffic. Okay? As I go through the presentation, I'm going to highlight a couple of peak periods for you. But before I move to the next slide, Argentina, by themselves, 100,000 visitors. We've got 2 matches for Argentina here. Okay? So, here's where the traffic is going to come in. There's one base camp in Mansfield, which is 39 miles away. 39 miles. Everything else is all within a 30-mile radius of this airport. And half of this is within a 15-mile radius of this airport. Okay? You are going to see an increase in traffic. I promise you, get ready for it. Okay? That's the best thing I can tell you is just prepare yourself for the increase in traffic. I'm going to try and dial into it a little bit as I identify the 2 peak periods that we're talking about. All right. All the team hotels are downtown. Both practice facilities is at SMU, which is right up the street. The Cotton Bowl is the second practice facility. The Frisco base camp is actually within the 30 miles, and the FIFA Fan Festival at Fair Park, which is free. So you guys are encouraged to go attend. Bring your little ones. That's a free event. Everything in there might not be free, but it's free to get in the doors, and it's definitely going to be a great experience. Definitely, the city is definitely rolling out the red carpet to welcome all of these international visitors, and we are jumping on board with that so that Dallas is FIFA ready. Okay. As Rosalind mentioned, both Mockingbird and Lemon Avenue rehabs are complete, so we've at least cleared the thoroughfares that surround the airport, but Northwest Highway, Barry Hines, possibly Riverfront, that's been changed names 3 or 4 times. All of those streets, and including the major freeways, you can expect an increase in traffic. Okay, if you can, rent your house out. Go away. Come back. Probably come back, and your entire mortgage will be paid for. Just a little tip. Okay, next slide. So we are definitely we're definitely trying to demonstrate our excellence in preparedness. We are preparing for any and all eventualities here at the airport, much like we usually do. Things can go wrong, and we need to be prepared and have a mitigation or an action plan in place, including heavy traffic in and up through Irv Kelleher, as well as in the terminal area. So we've got various contingency plans that are flexible. All right, so I want to write these dates down. Initial shock wave, June 11th through the 14th. Just be a quick hit. People get into the city for that first match, okay? This by no means is going to be the peak, okay? But you will see that influx. Peak complexity period number 2, June 22nd through June 20, I'd probably stretch that to June 28th. Those are the 2 Argentinian matches within that time frame, okay? So max stress, traffic, roadways, everything going to be pushed to the limit, okay? The next max stress period is actually going to be the semifinal round, which we are hosting here in Dallas. That's going to be July 12th through July 15th or 16th. A little bit of a shorter period for that because it's just one semifinal game, but you can expect a lot of interest, constituents, VVIPs, spectators, media. The media has already started arriving. We've already turned over Kay Bailey Hutchinson to FIFA. So that activity you can actually probably see downtown as we speak. But you will see additional peaks and spikes, people coming into the area. So that's what we're looking at. What questions do you have?
I'm gonna break my normal format and allow questions to go ahead and start for Arnold right now. You don't have to wait till the
Roz
end.
is breaking her format.
Do we have any idea who Argentina is going to be playing?
We do. Argentina is playing Japan.
That's the first game. I don't know who they're playing this.
And the second game, I'm not sure who it is. But that's a good question. I'll give them to you in order. Argentina, England, Japan, and Netherlands, kind of neck and neck. Those teams, huge followings. Huge followings.
Yep.
Japan will clean the stadium after they're done. So please, Japan, come on in. We'll welcome them with open arms. Each team has different travel behaviors. The Netherlands do a street crawl. That won't be around here. That'll be at the stadium. So we'll let the city of Arlington worry about that.
Yay, Arlington.
But each fan or each base team has a different profile. Chechnya and Sweden are actually base camp teams here, but they do not play here. Okay? So again, we're adding to the number of visitors that are coming into the Dallas area.
Where are they playing?
Sweden, I'm not sure where they're playing.
Because they got to get in and out of here.
Right, that's right.
So,
You're exactly right.
So that's a bunch more people. That's a bunch.
A lot of movement for us.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's extra
A lot of
that
movement
you
for
don't
us.
see.
Sweden is going to DFW, but Chechnya, 90% sure they're going to be coming through here. Through one of the FBOs. And since they don't play here, every single movement they have going in and out, they're going to be based in Mansfield. And Sweden will be in the Frisco camp.
Do you have any information on how they're going to handle DFW in the condition it's in right now?
I do not. I know that they are sending us a lot of requests.
Oh, man.
That's how we got Chechnya.
I just went through there. Terminal C is almost impossible to get into now. I mean, without the rush.
DFW's got 6 terminals. They can work it out. We've got 1.
But internationally is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, all those international flights that are going to be coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't do international here, but there could be some international on the general aviation side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is DART going to change any of their frequency on rails or buses?
So I've looked into that. The DART bus at Love Field will not, because it already comes every 15 minutes. Okay. So there's not really any increase in frequency you can see there. But all other DART locations, you could see an increase in frequency, additional train cars being added, et cetera, et cetera. But we're not going to increase the shuttles at Love. We don't need to. It comes every 15 minutes anyway.
I think the only thing I could do is double up the buses every 15 minutes. Increase the volume to the same time schedule.
And
If
they
it looks like public transportation is going to be a primary source out of here,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
like you were saying, Sweden and Chechnya, those are places that are used to having frequency within every 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, they're going to get caught up on the snarl of everything else. So
Yeah.
because they run in regular traffic, they don't have dedicated. So they wouldn't like do something like set up dedicated bus lanes for that just for the event, would they?
Not dedicated bus lanes, but dedicated bus routes. Okay, there are some bus routes that they've identified that they're going to use.
But what I'm saying is like general traffic, to like to alleviate the traffic and make sure the buses run on time. Just start having set it up to where it separates people from being able to get in there and ticketing and stuff like
I
that.
mean, if we see a demand increase, we have a position that we're flexible and we can reach out the DART. But the reality is that we're not going to see that demand here at the airport. They're going to be using other modes of transportation. FIFA has a fleet depot, at Hensley Field. They've got their own vehicles and cars and stuff. So you won't see a lot of public transportation in and out of here. Where you will see it is going to and from the Fan Festival in Fair Park. You will see a lot of public transportation getting in and out of there, but not here at the airport, per se. I mean, if we start to see some demand in that regard, we're in touch with DART and we remain flexible and we're able to adjust. That's the key thing. We don't know. There's no historical perspective on anything like this. So, like a crazy person, I have to prepare for everything, which is challenging. So the most important thing as you prepare for everything is remaining flexible and being amiable to the situation as it develops. 2031, they want to do the Women's World Cup here. We'll have a historical perspective of what that looks like at that time.
Austria is on the 22nd.
Austria, thank you.
And then Jordan on the 27th.
Jordan.
Argentina.
Jordan, Argentina, and Austria.
Anything else?
All right. I know that's a lot. We're planning to have a extension of our website at some point that may be available to you so you can get updates on what's happening with FIFA. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Back to what else we need to share. Lemon Avenue Streetscape Celebration. Total success. Way to go, Tanasia. Tanasia actually led the planning for the event. We've got some volunteers that helped us out that day in the room, so thank you, thank you, thank you. We walked away from the event with over 200 visitors at the observation deck. As you can tell by the presentation, we had some wonderful food vendors. People were asking, when can we get Wingfields back to the airport? A lot of folk that were not familiar with Ruthie's for Good, but they are now. And Howdy had plenty of ice cream left over to share. And most of us left the event that were volunteering with our own box of cookies. So it was a good day. We had prepared for 300 because somebody from Southwest Airlines said they were coming and they were coming heavy. But that's okay, the community came heavy and we had a good turnout, we had a good time. The Councilmember Kadena joined us, stayed most of the event, and she smiled the whole time. And I am happy to say that our photos came out beautifully. and several of our neighborhood associations were well represented. Now, the other thing that we have received on a regular basis is how are we going to maintain Lemon Avenue Trail? Currently, it is being maintained by this department. But what I wanted to make sure was I'm not out there to monitor it. Our staff is not out there every day, all day to monitor it. So we wanted to provide you options for notifying, because you as a part of the community, you're there. You see things that we don't see. So please stay in touch with us. Let us know what we need to correct and or maintain.
I did have a question about that.
Let me finish the presentation. I broke the format just for Arnold. All right. Upcoming events. This is career and college day season for Dallas Independent School District. Tanasia actually attended one today. I attended one on Friday, and the kids are excited to hear about Dallas Love Field. They're also excited about doing tours with us this summer, which is why we've already started scheduling our tours. And I am happy to report one of our intern programs with the city is coming to visit us on May 28th, and that is our tourism and hospitality interns from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So I'm looking forward to partnering with that group and letting them know the possibilities of what they can do as employees in the Department of Aviation. Then the other thing that I want you to be aware of with those tours is this will be our second year to host Kappa Camp. Kappa Camp is actually a organization that was started started by fraternity, but it is being hosted at Paul Quinn College. Last year they brought out 60 young men. This year they've already told us, because they had such a good time, we can anticipate 75 of them. 75 on a tour at this airport is more than a notion. It will take more than our community engagement team to manage it. So it will be an all hands on deck is what I call it. All divisions helping us out to make sure that they have a fun time and they're ready to come back for 2027. Because the only way we can increase young adults, young minds on the world called aviation is that we expose them. So we start that early. Kindergarten to 5th grade is what I had last Friday. Tanasia also had middle school today. But if we are working with them as teenagers and they're making their decision on what they want to do for the rest of their lives, Fred and I are happy to explain this is how much fun we have every day with the work that we do in this industry. So that is why we will be hosting airport tours this summer. So all my friends in the back, get your comfy shoes on, because we're gonna need your help. Fred, I may even call you one day.
That's fine.
All right, now it's time for those wonderful questions and answers that all of you sitting there just chomping at the bit to ask. What you got? Yes, sir.
So the Friends of Bachman Lake and I were wondering about garbage cans along the Lemon Avenue streetscape. Are they planning to install them, and who would be responsible for maintaining that? And do we put like 311 tickets in? How do we handle that?
Go back to that list that's in this presentation. It is being maintained, as I said, by this department, and I've given you the 3 options on how to call it in. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Will it be volunteer opportunities that we can jump into, or businesses and organizations can jump into?
Volunteer opportunities on what? With the airport tour?
You mentioned some of the events that are coming up that you need all hands on deck. Would there be volunteers or anything like that?
I will gladly take help.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, well, can we connect? That would be great. Our organization's always trying to connect.
You got my email. If you don't, I'll make sure you have it before you leave tonight.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else? You all are quiet tonight?
Are y'all caught up on the, after, what did they have, the government shutdown? Are they caught up yet as far as?
No.
Wow. And are y'all still offering any kind of like, I guess links or anything for like food assistance or anything like that for the, I think y'all had that for the federal workers last time?
We are not doing our community store right now, but that's not to say we won't bring it back. If that changes, we will definitely send out the announcements and notifications to the community. Anything else?
I have one. On
Yes,
the
ma'am.
master plan and the renovations that are upcoming, like with parking garage A and things of that nature, where's the best forum to get the latest information on the status for those construction projects?
At this point in time, what I would suggest is you shoot me an email. I will get the details for you on what the timeline is. Because at this point, we have not done any announcements on Garage A. But I can at least get you an estimated timeline of when the project may come forward.
Right.
But as Arnold said, we are FIFA on our mind right now. And that's every division for this airport. Yes, sir.
We actually posted something on DAL website. So there's a link for airport projects. You will see the ongoing project there, and the timeline for each project is listed in there.
Thank you, Sunday. But shoot me the email and then I'll automatically send you the link. Because he's gonna make sure he hands that to me if I don't have it already.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
Yes, ma'am.
I'll add that right now, all the project information is on the Dallas website, but we're gonna create a website that's dedicated to the capital improvement program, aka LEAP. And so it'll be like your central resource hub where you can see all the timelines and updates and, you know, construction notices and everything. So, and then of course, social media and all that, and then sign up for newsletters. So, yeah.
Cool. And we're still in design phase, right? Like, it's not official, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
for
would say
LIP, no.
planning phase.
Planning.
phase. Yeah.
See? That's why I have my team in the background. Anything else?
Can I say thank you?
Thank you. See, we start early around here.
Come on, baby, what's your question?
We want to know where is this free ticket to the game? Arnold, we know you got tickets.
Yeah,
We
y'all-
start
if y'all
early
wanna-
around here.
again, sell your house,
Sell your house.
firstborn child, then yeah, we can make that
And
happen.
I will admit, the reason that I said, oh, yay, Arlington, several of people in the room know I live in Arlington, 10 minutes away from the stadium.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Fun times.
2 hours before I'm supposed to report at work is what I'm estimating I'm going to have to do for the 39 days.
I like his plan. Rent out your place, find somewhere else that's closer to Lubbock for them.
My husband tried that.
Person.
All right, anything else?
Just one more question. Probably has nothing. What's 1908? The pin that you've got on your jacket?
Let's finish the meeting and I'll answer that one for you. Anything? All right. Well, in that case, we are going to end the meeting online and call this a night.